Alright, so all dogs that are going to be around wildlife or livestock must have a perfect recall in order to be considered safe. So how do we train that? Well, there's a few things we need. The first one is we need our long line or our rope or our extra long leash. We need some high value treats and we need to be in a good mood to train this. So what I want is my dog to associate the word come with getting a high value reward and a lot of attention and praise from me. And also any failure being prevented by the use of the long line. So where do we start? I usually start with the dog right in front of me, repeating the word a couple of times and just getting the dog to follow me. So I'll show you what I mean. Rafa. He knows I've got some food there. I've let him out a little bit of a whiff. And then I'm just going to say, come. Good boy. Free. I always praise the dog and I always give the dog permission to run away and be free. Most people only ask their dogs to come when they're going to pop them in the car or when they're going to lock them up. So we want to teach your dogs the best way is that usually you're going to be given freedom afterwards. So there's absolutely no harm in coming to me because you're not going to get ripped off. You're going to get a reward and you're going to get to go back to doing whatever you were doing. Okay, so just from another angle. Ready, mate? Come. Good boy. Free. Now, I like my dogs sitting as they arrive to me, but you don't have to. The sit is just a nice way of having that little bit of extra control of your dog when they arrive to you. Now, once the dog is getting to a point of having a few repetitions under their belt, you may want to try this while the dog is mildly distracted. This is where the long line is going to come in handy. If your dog ignores the request to come when called, you can apply a little bit of pressure to the long line, but preferably, I want you just to become more interesting to your dog so your dog wants to come to you. So I'll ensure Raph knows he is in fact free. Off you go, mate. Go away. And while he's away sniffing something, I'll wait for a moment when he's mildly distracted and then I'm going to ask him to come. If he ignores the command, remember, I've got this to help make it happen. I'm going to try and be as happy and as exciting as possible. Rafa, come! Yay! Good boy! He's going to get 2 treats for that. Free! If your recall is starting to look like that, you're absolutely at the point where you should start to introduce either our wildlife, our livestock, or our toys and apparatus that are going to represent those things for our dogs.